Breaking new. The White House was never the same again after this moment. Donald Trump, Volodymyr Zelensky, a high-stakes meeting that erupted into an explosive confrontation. What really happened behind closed doors? Was Trump exposing an uncomfortable truth? Or was Ukraine betrayed when it needed America the most? This wasn't just a disagreement, it was a battle over billions of dollars, global power, and the future of NATO itself. Buckle up, because we're diving into the most shocking Oval Office clash yet. Tensions had been rising for months. At the center, a staggering $350 billion in U.S. military aid, one of the biggest foreign assistance packages in history. Since 2022, the U.S. has sent Ukraine over 3,000 armored vehicles, 2,000 tanks, 100,000 rounds of artillery, and dozens of cutting-edge Patriot missile systems. The goal? To keep Ukraine's war effort alive against Russia's relentless advances. But for Trump, that wasn't enough. He wanted Ukraine to show more appreciation or risk losing America's support altogether. The frustration wasn't just his. 58% of Americans in a recent poll said they were tired of sending billions overseas, while domestic issues like inflation, crime, and the border crisis spiraled out of control. Then came the moment no one saw coming. Inside the Oval Office, in front of reporters, cameras rolling, Trump turned to Zelensky and said, "You should be more thankful." A simple sentence, but it sent shockwaves through Washington. For Trump, it was about one thing: America first. He had already questioned NATO's funding, pulled U.S. troops from Syria, and threatened to cut foreign aid. Now, Ukraine was in the hot seat. Billions of U.S. taxpayer dollars were flowing into Kyiv. But what was America getting in return? Trump wanted Ukraine to pay up, not just financially, but politically. More accountability, more commitment to negotiations, more action from Europe instead of relying on American money and weapons. Was this a bold strategic move, forcing allies to stand on their own? Or was this a dangerous signal to Putin, suggesting that America's commitment to Ukraine was fading? Even some of Trump's allies were divided. Some saw him as a realist, forcing Ukraine to be self-reliant. Others feared he was undermining the very alliance that had kept Russia in check. Was this diplomacy or a diplomatic disaster? But here's what Trump didn't expect. Zelensky wasn't going to be bullied. He fired back with a message that shook the room. Ukraine is not a charity case. We are fighting for the free world. And he wasn't wrong. Ukraine's battlefield losses were staggering. Over 300,000 casualties, cities in ruins, families torn apart, entire communities wiped off the map. What was at stake? Not just Ukraine, but Europe's security. If Ukraine fell, Russia would be at NATO's doorstep, threatening Poland, the Baltics, and beyond. Zelensky made it clear. If Ukraine falls, Russia wins. And if Russia wins, the entire West is in danger. His words struck a nerve. Europe was already worried. Germany and France had hesitated on sending more aid. NATO leaders were watching closely. And in Washington, the debate exploded. Was Trump making a point? Or was he abandoning America's most critical ally? But let's step back for a moment. Was Trump just trying to shake up Ukraine? Or was this part of a bigger plan? Some experts believe Trump was pressuring Ukraine to negotiate with Putin, to force peace instead of relying on endless U.S. aid. Others argue this approach was reckless. Russia had already seized Crimea in 2014, bombed Kyiv, and occupied nearly 20% of Ukraine's territory. By questioning U.S. support, was Trump giving Putin exactly what he wanted? And then there was China. Beijing has been covertly supplying Russia with materials and tech. If America pulled back, would China step in to fund Moscow's war machine? This wasn't just about Ukraine. It was about the future of U.S. foreign policy. Would America keep bankrolling Ukraine? Or would future leaders cut off support and force Europe to step up? The Biden administration has already sent $113 billion in aid. But with a new election approaching, everything could change. And the biggest question of all, if America pulls back, will China, Iran, and North Korea see this as a sign of weakness? The world is watching, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Is Trump's approach a smart, strategic move, or is it a dangerous gamble with global consequences? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget, if you want more hard-hitting analysis, subscribe so you don't miss the next big global showdown. Share this video to keep the debate going. This is Econ Atlas, where global power struggles get exposed. See you in the next video.